Oh, they were clearly against us, but there were all kinds of other things that they were doing that showed me that they were against us. They were, trying to give more money to the rich. They were cutting things like mental health for people. They were doing all this stuff that I thought was completely crazy, but I always thought, okay, we'll be able to write that in the next election. And then in the second Reagan election, I was so insulated in kind of liberal bubble that I was so stunned when he won that I just thought, okay, well, there will be another election because there is always a future, and that's just kind of the way it is.
How'd you feel when Bush 1 got elected? You had 12 years of.
I know. Yeah, I hated it all. I think I took some comfort in knowing that I was living in places that didn't go along with that and that had, I think, governments that cared more for all the people. And so
What do you think of Cal Anderson?
I loved Cal Anderson. And one of the reasons that I love Cal Anderson is that not only was Cal Anderson a politician who had, you know, found his way into the state legislature and was really working hard to get the legislature to even consider a non-discrimination policy. But Cal Anderson was also kind of like a party guy. And so, and I kind of like that. Now I love my Ed Murray to death, but I would be stunned if Ed Murray would show up at an underwear party somewhere. And I don't know, Cal and Eric were just our real first family. And I'm a really emotional guy, and I can sit here and I can remember Cal's funeral and watching him being wheeled away and just being just heartbroken that somehow we'd lost our Cal. I sometimes go into Cal Anderson Park on a Sunday morning with the dog and I pick up litter and I kind of talk to Cal a little. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, I loved him.
Hey, Ann Levinson, we were talking.
I wish Cal could be here today. He would just be so thrilled that we've made it this far. He'd also see that we have a lot further to go, but he would be just amazed at what has happened in just the last 4 years.
Would he be married?
Oh, I think he would be married. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what necessarily went on with it between Eric and Cal, but I outwardly would seem so. Cal Anderson was the first. Well, he was an aide, I believe, to the mayor here, and then he was appointed to a position in the House of Representatives, and he was the first openly gay House of Representatives member in the state legislature, and then went on from there. And he was the one who introduced the non-discrimination policy and would go back year after year after year and would get, nowhere near enough votes to to really bring it forth.
So it never made it to the floor.
Right.
And then.
All I know is that one day word got out, and his funeral was a big to-do though, because he had started. I'm going to forget the name of the dean of St. Mark's of St. Which cathedral is it? St. James Cathedral. I can't remember his name, but Cal had started talking with this person, and there was some question about whether or not where Cal's funeral was going to be held. And I'm kind of this is old history now, so don't we may do voiceover on this. But then it was announced that Cal would have a full Catholic funeral at St. James, and it was a full incense funeral, and it was very dignified, and I could hardly look at Eric the entire time because.
Is Eric still around?
Oh yeah. Eric Ishino.
We're gonna have to interview her.
Definitely.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Cal's mother's still around too, isn't she?
I don't know.
I think she was at the Red Wall when with the picture up. But okay.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that.
Okay.